Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Insider Report. Here we talk about characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe on and off screen. I'm your host, Andrew Lawler, aka Barry. Let's get on with the show. There are many men and women in the world who hunt vampires, but few strike as much fear into blood-sucking hearts as they do stakes. Blade is more than just a slayer of the undead, but a boogeyman's boogeyman. The thing that makes ghouls and monsters lose sleep. Born from a mother ravaged by vampirism and gifted superhuman abilities by a bite from Morbius, the living vampire, Blade is the Daywalker, a skilled martial artist who possesses most vampire strengths and none of their weaknesses. His life is the tireless pursuit of eradicating the world of the beasts who seek to destroy innocent life. Blade, born Eric Brooks, came from complicated beginnings. His father was Lucas Cross, a member of the Order of Tirana, an ancient secret society. Cross was held captive in Latveria when his lover Tara was pregnant with his son, so he gave her explicit instructions to flee to England and gain shelter from fellow Order member Madame Vanity. There, Tara took the last name Brooks, but encountered complications with her pregnancy, seeking out a man who claimed to be a doctor for assistance. The supposed physician, Deacon Frost, turned out to be a vampire who fed on Tara as she gave birth, transferring certain enzymes into the baby's bloodstream. Eric was raised in Madame Vanity's brothel as an orphan, poisoned by the vampire's kiss but not yet fully turned. As a child, he encountered a figure who would change his life. Brooks threw himself in a melee of vampires attacking an old man, who turned out to be Jamal Afar, a jazz trumpeter and professional enemy of the undead. Afar took the youth under his wing, training him to be the ultimate killing machine. Years later, Brooks would accidentally murder an innocent man while on patrol, causing Afar and Madame Vanity to send him to New York to join a Tyrania gang called the Blood Shadows. Eric would wrest control of the group from their leader, then bring his new allies back with him to England as his personal vampire fighting force. He had also stolen away the ousted Blood Shadows leader's girlfriend, Glory, but when a vampire called Lamia turned his lover, Brooks had to slay them both, rededicating himself to the mission at hand rather than interpersonal relationships. The final tragedy that led Eric to become the man he was destined to be came when Dracula himself turned Brooks's mentor Afar, leaving the protege to kill the man who helped him when no one else would. His lust for getting revenge on Dracula led Brooks to China, where he joined up with Ori Jones' crew of vampire hunters, among them Azu M. Damon, Musenda, and Ogun Strong. The group began to call him Blade, thanks to his proficiency with bladed weapons. When the team finally found Dracula, the Dark Lord killed nearly every one of them, purposely sparing Brooks' life so that sometime in the future his foe would be honor-bound to return the favor. Masenda also survived, but retired from the hunt. To honor his fallen comrades, Brooks kept the name Blade, and incorporated elements of each man into his equipment and regular attire, including Afar's trademark shades, finally becoming the legendary and infamous vampire hunter. Blade possesses all of a vampire's strengths without their weaknesses. He has superhuman strength, stamina, and senses, as well as an accelerated healing factor, but is impervious to sunlight and vampire bites. In addition to his supernatural abilities, he's also an incredible skilled fighter. Blade is a master of most martial arts with particular proficiency with weapons, namely swords and daggers. In his career as an enemy to the dark occult, Blade has battled nearly every formidable bloodsucker there is, from Dracula himself to Morbius the living vampire, to the immortal who cursed him in the first place, Deacon Frost. He's also fought Baron Blood, Blackout, and countless other creatures of the night. Throughout his long life, Blade has often been a loner, trusting only himself in his lifelong quest, but he has had his fair share of allies. From his early days learning under Jamal Afari and teaming with Noah Van Helsing's vampire hunters, to his later runnings with Hannibal King and the Night Stalkers, and even his dalliances with the Midnight Suns. He's proven to be as capable a compatriot as he is a lone warrior. In more recent years, he's also been affiliated with MI-13 and the Mighty Avengers. Alright, everyone, that will be all for today's show. I hope you learned something new today and enjoyed learning more about the Marvel Universe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Make sure to stick around to the end to see some upcoming episodes or the previous ones in case you missed them. I'm Barry, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.